Hello, footies, and welcome back to another episode of FUT In Review. This is episode 681. My name is John, and I'll be your host tonight. And it is all about the ultimate team of the season. And does it bring ultimate SBCs? We'll find out today because I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. FC 26 and 5 and 4 entry database himself. It's none other than Ingve. Welcome back, Ingve.
Thank you, and hello.
My mind was already set on FC 26. That's how far
you're
I'm
done.
gone.
You're done with 25 already, I guess.
I'm not quite done, but I don't know why I said
Good.
already planning for next season, mate.
That's good.
All sabotage gone, all internet cables rewired, all hackers sent away from Norway now.
I think so. Yeah, I don't see anybody at the moment, so let's be quick.
Right, you had like 1 week of no internet, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that is pretty insane, actually. Like back to the Stone Age. Oh well.
Yeah,
It's good to have you back, my
it
friend.
is. Thank you.
Talk about having him back. He did a massive charity raising fund thingy last week on his Twitch, and he needs no further introduction, but I will still introduce him. It's none other than James Tolando. Welcome back, James.
Thanks very much. Good to be back, John. Good to be with you. Fantastic last week, and thanks again for your donation, John. Really appreciate it. And good afternoon, good evening to the listeners.
It's awesome, mate. Let's start with that donation first, James, because last week you weren't on the show. We did have an all Scottish show, and I sort of feel half Scot these days as well. And that half Scottish show, we talked about you not being present because you did a charity stream. What went up, James?
Sorry?
What did you do last week on that charity stream?
Well, yeah, like you say, I done a charity stream, but it was for Celtic FC Foundation, specifically for Paradise Pit Stop. And what that means is it's an organisation within the organisation that Celtic Park open their doors. I think it's 4 times a week now. It's 2 nights and 2 afternoons, and anyone can just walk in, have a meal, help themselves. You know, it could be homeless. Any walks of life can walk in and just have a warm food in their belly, which is very important in this day and age. So it's good. I feel very proud that they do that, John. So I wanted to do my wee bit and do a charity stream. And what I was going to do, I was going to donate personally myself £10 for every win. And then I ended up getting my personal record again, 10 wins. So I was delighted about that.
I did say you will make 10.
So we got there. So it was really good. And then, like I said again, you matched that, which was very, 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 very kind. And the total that we raised, listeners, is £430. My target was only £200. So I was just over the moon with that support. So it was really, really good. And then, like I've just touched on what the money's going to do, it's a great cause. So I was absolutely over the moon and delighted that we managed to get that. So definitely it was a really good, worthwhile cause and great worth of my time, without a doubt.
Yeah, a pretty awesome, amazing performance, not only in getting 10 wins, but also getting the huge amount of money in for the charity. The link is still open, and we'll put the link into the show description. So if you still have some change lying around and you want to do good in this weekend, just click on the link and do a small donation. You'll get a shout out on the show as well. Talk about shout outs. I want to give a shout out, of course, to our Skybox owners. And that is the top tier of support you can give us, which are, of course, Daniel R. and Graham H. Thank you so much. And this shout is especially for you. We couldn't do this without your support. Talking about support. Last week I said I'm a little bit done with Team of the Season. And I was thinking we get Shapeshifters this week. Shapeshifters is confirmed, so I can now talk about it spoiler-free because it's in the season pass. But Ingvi won last week of Team of the Season. But actually, it's sort of hype-worthy.
Well, it all depends on how you look at it. It's a ultimate Team of the Season where all the big guns are kind of back in packs. Usually it's been only one team for this, but then we got one for ladies, I think, and men last year. And this year we got one for ladies, one for the men, and now also for the minor leagues. So there's like 3 ultimate team of the season squads that you can pack now at the moment. So I think there's around 60 special cards in packs now, team of the season cards.
Yes.
And that's quite cool. And hopefully our listeners pack lots of them. If you pack one now, they should all be, I think, usable in your team. So that's also, if you want to start a new account, I think this is the time, because you can build a really good team quite quickly.
It's also a little bit hard to compete against teams right now if you start a new account in June, I think, though.
No, but I've seen some road RTG accounts after a week having more than competitive teams to face the ones that's already there. So, well, this is the time, I think, to start if you want to go for a new account and board off the old one, maybe.
Isn't that something for your next charity stream, James? Start a new account and see if you can get it up to 10 wins in 1 week.
Yeah, that would certainly be a challenge, definitely. And the padlock needed to be a lot better than what it currently is. So yeah, it certainly
You
is a
can't complain
challenge.
about padlock, mate, though.
Yeah, I've done okay.
I've done okay, he says with a big smirk on his face. He's done amazing. How's Dembele and such treating you?
Yeah, good. Barcola as well. I had Barcola. He was really good. Haaland, though, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but Haaland, the 96 rated Haaland, wasn't that good as where he was last year. But that just might be a skill issue, who knows? But he's still good, but I just prefer my Lewandowski or my Henrik Larsson evil. But yeah, and I've saved my packs, my rival rewards this week for Ultimate Team, so hopefully I can get something nice.
Yeah.
Not dupes.
Maybe last week of Team of the Season, Ultimate send-off. But actually, before we start this weekend league with the new cards in packs, or reused cards in packs, and some new cards in packs, we had a final patch coming. I didn't expect that one. A season patch for season final, it was called, I think.
Yeah, unless
season final update. Yes.
Yeah, unless something breaks. I think that's the last one we'll see, gameplay related at least.
Yeah, I think so.
EA did some adjustments, not to what I was hoping for completely. I'm happy that headers got adjusted a little bit. That's nice. But I was hoping for something with the Trivelas because they are a little bit overpowered, even though players don't have the base or playstyle plus of the Trivela. They can still fire them in from almost anywhere. So that could have needed adjustment. But
yeah, so if we summarize this patch, I think what you said is they changed headers, mostly heading accuracy, I think.
Yeah.
Because getting a header in wasn't an issue. But like we said a couple of weeks ago, and James reminded me before we started the show, it was easier to score an overhead kick from a corner than actually a header.
Yeah.
I think that seems to be changed a little bit now, which is good. Although I find it hard to say how good it is when these cards have 99 accuracy anyways. Right?
Yeah, it's difficult to kind of see the big difference now with these juiced cards. Yeah, but
I doubt we'll see any meta appear now. Only with crosses, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
Although, if you want to buy some Lukaku's, I still have about 40 in my club. So I heard he's terrific at headers.
Master trader.
Ground passes changed for skilled passes, I should say. They showed a graphic where players have high accuracy, but the area they could reach was a little bit wider, so a little bit less accurate. They changed that. Honestly, is that something you would notice, James, at this stage of the game when the players are actually in 99 anyways?
Not necessarily. I don't think so, John, that you would really notice at this stage, and then especially with the play styles, and then what some players have got 4 play styles pluses now. So I don't think so. Would you agree, lads? I don't think at this stage of the season you would see that.
Did you notice something?
There are some of the quicker, a little bit longer. Ground passes are more accurate than they were. Some of them went out of the sidelines before, but now they stay on the pitch. So they're tiny little bit better, which is of course nice since I'm relying on my pass and move type of play anyway. So that's a good little plus to see for me.
And the last change was the rush out playstyle effectiveness of the goalkeepers, which goalkeepers have been sprinting off the lines like madmen.
Yeah.
Again, what they do really well, and I've said this before, is they show either pictures or videos with the difference between the old style and the new style. James, anything you want to add here? I think that's a good change, no?
It's a good change, yeah, definitely. I must admit, I really like the change this year of the double triangle, so you can, be a wee bit more effective against the finesse shots or the Travellas. Of course, they're still broken, but every little helps. So yeah, it was a good change. Time will tell if you're going to see the difference with it, but it was a very, very good addition to the game this year, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I agree. Ingvi, just wondering though, what I kept thinking about when this update hit this week, I was wondering, is this a current balance when every player is 99 anyways, or is it something in preparation of FC 26 where we actually see these changes come into full effect when the player stats are lower? Because I do think if you have like a 90 passing midfielder when the game starts in September or something, and it is more accurate, it will actually feel way different than it does now. It might be like, could it be that these changes are actually sort of a preliminary for the new game?
Some of them could be, yeah. I hope headers will be back because they were really cool in the beginning of this game. Maybe a little bit overpowered, but then EA changed it, and then it was like pretty much didn't score afterwards. They didn't find any middle ground with the header, so now they're changing it back. So I'm more hopeful for 26 to at least see a little bit more realistic type of goals and amount of goals from headers, because they should be a quite important part of the game as it is in real life. So
yeah, although I've seen this week in Dutch football that with anyone under 12, they're going to forbid heading the ball. It's a proposal on the table because apparently it doesn't do well for kids if you had too many balls. So let's see if that actually stays in the game.
they have something like that in Norway, that it's not allowed up to a certain age for having too many headers in the game. Yeah, so they had it for a few years actually. So
likewise here in the UK as well. I'm sure it's
maybe it's something that we didn't just. The proposal's on the table this week, and I was like, what? It does sort of make sense, but I was like, are we early with this? But apparently we're extremely late. So that's also good to know. The things you learn in this podcast, though. Yeah. It's amazing.
But one thing I was like kind of hoping we'd see this year, which we haven't. And I think it was in March or April, EA announced the Super Sub
yes
thing.
It was on my list today, actually, to ask you about it.
So, that one didn't appear at all yet. So I don't know if they tested it and didn't work as intended, or it was too overpowered or something. It would be cool to see it, but for now I don't know if I doubt we'll see it now. Maybe on FC 26 we'll have the Super Sub type of players, which will have full chemistry when they get on. So
maybe they can still bin shapeshifters and then put in Super Subs as a promo.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think Solskjaer would get a card then.
Oh, aye, definitely.
I think there's plenty of options there. No, but I actually was on my list today because I was like, I don't want to sound weird. Did I miss this, actually?
Yeah, I've asked about it, but nobody seems to have an answer for me. So they would at least announce that now it's in the game, but it's not. So then I don't think we'll see it this year. But I hope to see it in 26 because it could be fun.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, shall we talk about the actual ultimate team of the season? Last thing on the patch. I do think it's actually not kind of good. I think it's really good that they keep tuning. They keep releasing it. And of course they say this is the final update, which is fine, but they've been supporting this game and tuning this game. Actually, I applaud them for doing that because it feels like every 3-4 weeks we have changes. And some are small, some are big. But it's not. They could have let it rest after like the season starts, right? So I think that's well done, honestly. Not that we
it's a
notice
positive
much,
that
but
they
still.
they want to make it better. It's nice.
Yeah. Ultimate team of the season. You can kick it off, Ingvi. I'll toss it on my screen. I got one question sent in. If you could say that Norwegian club name once more for people.
Which one was it now?
That ones that's on your subtitle if you go in a live show.
Bodø-Glimt.
Bodø-Glimt. All right.
Bodø-Glimt.
Remember, James, remember.
I will do. Brilliant.
We should make that a recurring topic. Ingvi's Norwegian football word of the week.
Yeah, we could have there's a club in Norway which has these great man of the match prizes for the players. I've seen one get like 60 eggs, and one got some strawberries, and one got some firewood, and one got a lamb as well after winning the man of the match prize. So have an on topic just for that. It's brilliant.
That sounds like a good topic of the show, though. Let's do some giveaways and just random stuff.
Yeah, it's in the top division in Norway as well. So
I think I've seen there wasn't a goalkeeper getting
eggs.
eggs.
He got yeah. It's brilliant.
So now that's where the tifo in FC. I said last week that sometimes it's unsure what's their word chasing for. But hey, if I could get at the end of the season, paid season pass, if I can get a tray of eggs, actually, that would make me play. No,
that's Erling Haaland's first club in Norway, though. So that's where he was like kind of started getting his stuff together before he went to Molde. So that's his club, his former club, Bruyne. If you want to check them out on Twitter/X.
All right. Well, you have to tell me how I write it first, but thank you so much. Okay, let's dive into content, shall we?
Yes. We got some objectives and player SBCs. There's quite a few upgrades as well, as usual, which is nice. Some 82 times 20, which are repeatable. There are two different options, one with specific rating cards and amount of those, and then two squads for the ones that just want to throw what they have in their club into those. There's a league team of the season player upgrade, and we got two players. We got flashback Lauren James for celebrating her inclusion in the FC24 team of the season, and we got an end of an era Kevin De Bruyne. Which
actually forgetting one though.
We are.
Yes, icon.
Yeah, I was going to say well, let me finish with the normal players first. We did get the...
It's just the two SBCs. And the one player, I was like, we need to talk.
You know, I was going to... Look, I'm just going to... Testing you, John.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. Okay, let's talk about James and the Bruyne. The normal ones.
No, we did get a Robin van Persie SBC, which is... kind of customized with EA and the winner of the EA World Cup Champions League thing.
And the crowd goes wild.
Yeah,
yes.
and he's actually looking usable as well.
He's actually looking usable. He's as much as the 89 rated card, or what was it, 90 rated card when that came out?
It's 95 rated, a double 5-star, which I think is nice. I think all players should have that now. He has 4 playstyle pluses. Van Persie has finesse, rapid, first touch, and low driven, which are all great to have for a striker. He can also play cam. They also got the base chip shot, power shot, technical, trickster, press proven, relentless, and trivela, with solid stats all over. Great attacking position and finishing with 99. Great shot power, 97, 95 long shots, volley 99. So good composure, good dribbling, reactions. Yeah, that's That's a really good Robin van Persie. I think that's probably the best one we had of him, as long as I
Yes.
can remember from the FIFA days.
Yes. So my current striker is 90 rated Roman van Persie, which
Yep.
everyone seems to be joking, well, making fun of me. But it's safe to say my 90 rated Roman van Persie, who did score over 300 goals already, by the way, is now getting replaced
Yeah.
by this Roman van Persie.
He looks really good. He does. And
I think he is just good, right? It's a terrific card.
650,000 coins from scratch, I think.
Yep.
So, but I think that's if he plays to his stats, I think that's a fair price, because the stats wise and play styles and everything is very nice. He has the Advanced Forward plus plus, Poacher plus plus, and Cam is Shadow Striker and Classic 10, which are really nice, all of those. So he can play Cam and Striker fine, I think. Maybe better as a striker because his passing play styles are pretty much non-existent. But he does have 92 short passing and vision. So he, of course, can do
No, he's a striker. Although in real life, he, of course, played left winger for a whole long time.
Yeah.
I'd rather let them give a left winger alternative position over the striker one. But honestly, I like sometimes there's cards which just hit hit the spot for me, right? For Persie is one of them. It's like for Persie, Pirlo, Buffon, these cards, if there's an SBC, I just have to do it anyways. But if I look then at someone that's far more critical at players and actually a far better player than I am, James, is Roman van Persie worth doing for you?
Yeah, certainly. Of the SBCs that we've got tonight in terms of players, I would say I prefer Van Persie. I like the shadow striker role as a cam. I know, of course, he can play up front as well with the two roles. So, yeah, definitely. I think it's a great card. I think he's went over it. I agree with everything that he said. Absolutely brilliant card. And for the listeners, just double checking with everyone. Yes, John is a Feyenoord fan. So yeah, it's a very good card. But just in case the listeners are wondering, the same question I'm wondering, what chemistry style would you put on that card? With attacking position 99, I feel maybe a hunter's going to be a wee bit waste of time. But again,
Maybe
the
an
pace
engine
would be
fee?
good. Engine or catalyst, what would you go for?
I think I would go with engine actually, because the shooting is pretty much maxed out, and if you give him the engine, he gets 97 acceleration, sprint speed, and he gets agility is up to 95 and balance 98. Those were probably the lowest dribbling stats he had. It gets it dribbling to 99, the 96 vision, 96 short passing.
And 98 balance, right, with an engine.
Yeah, 99 curve as well. So finesse shot with 99 curve, I don't think you can go wrong with that. So unless you want to use him more like a target man, then you need to put a hawk to boost his jumping, because that's a little bit low.
He's still weak for that, mate, though. I do think
I don't think that's the right. Well, he's 6'2", though, so you can use him, but I think the best option is probably to do the engine and
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because that will kind of complement him as a striker. No weakness then, I think.
No. Well, enough about my favorite card today. Do you want to talk about the normal ones then?
Yeah, we got a flashback. Lauren James, she's been injured a lot, I think, this season, so that's probably why she didn't get a team of the season card. She's a really good player in real life. I think she's back now for England for the Euros, which is good for England because she's a good player. She's the sister of Reece James, also playing for Chelsea. I guess most people probably knew it, but I think I would mention it. The SBC has 5-star skimmer, 4-star weak foot. She can play striker, right mid, right wing, cam. She has finesse plus, rapid plus, low driven plus, really nice. Both for an attacker and wide player, and of course as a cam as well. Those are nice. She's got long ball, whip pass, technical, flair, first touch, trickster, press proven, and quick step. All are really good. 99 crossing as well. 94 attacking position and finishing, great. 97 shot power, 92 long shots, great. 98 acceleration and pace, 98 ball control, 90 stamina.
That stands out the most
Yeah.
for me. Is 98 strength.
Yeah, and 95 jumping. So that's pretty strong as well. 94 curve. That's a really well balanced card, and for 190,000 coins from scratch, I think that's great value. Even though she doesn't have 5-star week, but the rest is really good, and you can give her extra playstyle plus, I think, from the season awards anyway. So
James, one of the best shadow striker camps, maybe.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, like I just touched on with Van Persie, that's a role that I really, really like. So yeah, definitely. And then what's her body type? I can imagine though her body type is going to be very, very good for
average
agility
and stocky.
balance.
So she will be quite strong with average and stocky body type.
Right, okay. So yeah, I would certainly play her as a cam, a shadow striker. Yeah, definitely. And like Ingvi said there, the price, it gives you great value. It's got, all the ball control play styles. You've got quick step, which is excellent. And then of course we've got the broken mechanic, which is the low driven shot plus. So yeah, really, really nice card. It's a good card, definitely.
Yeah, broken mechanic. I definitely agree. Once more for the new listeners, what's all the combinations you got to do for a low driven shot, which will most likely just go in with cards like this?
Just tap it.
Tap it.
30% of the power.
Yes.
If you want to be exact, yeah, just tap it, or 30% of the power, then back a corner.
That's it, and that's why the other reason it's so overpowered.
I love it.
Oh, seriously? Didn't see that on your Wicked League performance last week.
I use it a lot.
It's going to be your nickname. Normally, after 3 shows, we give you a nickname. It's now going to be James Low Driven Orlando.
Well, it's better than Mr. Trivela, so.
That's fair enough, actually.
Yeah.
But I hate coming across Casillas. He's
good
difficult.
on the ground, eh?
Yeah,
he's
very,
really
very
quick.
good. Yeah,
Very
definitely.
Still my goalkeeper, ridiculously enough, because of the low driven.
Yeah, he's still good, so. Still good.
Yeah, definitely.
Talk about still good. Kevin De Bruyne retired from City, not from football.
Nope. End of
but
an
he's still
era.
good.
End of an era, 96 rated, cam or center mid, 4 playstyle pluses, finesse, incisive, ping pass, and long ball, which I think is very fitting for the type of player he is and has been. He's known for his insanely good passing. And the SBC is...
He's the sole reason they released the patch about passing accuracy.
Well, that should be very noticeable on his card, at least. It's around almost 1.4 million coins to do, 17 squads. I think it's 4 or 5 92 rated squads for his SBC. That's I know
3.
it's not
4 92s, yeah.
Yeah, 4 92s
and 4 91s.
Yeah, but of course people are stacking up with lots of team of season cards, I'm pretty sure, so I don't think it's going to be impossible to do. I think most will be able to do those squads, at least from the SBC storage, because we haven't had any super SBCs for a while now, I think, during team of the season. So I am surprised if people doesn't sit on lots of fodder at the moment. So
this is a centre midfielder, isn't it, Chris? Chris. There you go, Ingrid. This is a centre midfielder, no?
He can play. I've heard some rumors that people are going to give him the CDM evolution from the season pass to have him as a deep lying playmaker from CDM. He has 87 defensive awareness and 87 interceptions. So if you throw a shadow on him, I think he could actually work there as well.
He's got 93 standing tackle, by the way.
Yeah. So that's I think that's fine. If you want to have him as a deep lying playmaker on CDM, that's fine. He has intercept base as well, so that helps. But that's of course the only defensive playstyle he has. But he can play CDM, I think, with that evolution, and CM and Cam. I am not sure if he is agile enough to play and quick enough to play cam. He would probably be great if you rely on that player to play the last pass. Then he will be fine. But as a center mid CDM playmaker, he should be great, I think, if you ask me, with the 99 passing and everything, 99 curve as well. So great shooting as well. He's got good dribbling and 96 stamina. He's got the low driven base, so that's nice. Trivela, I'll bet many will kind of use that on him as well, of course. So
You doing him, James?
I would just go for Van Persie myself. I would love to craft this card. Like I can do Van Persie instantly, but Kevin De Bruyne, I think you always have to try, don't you, and get him in your team. So yeah, definitely I'll go for him. Yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying about centre mids. Also, I don't think he would be ideal as a shadow striker, even though he's plus. But say, for example, if you run a 4-2-2, which I do, and I have a shadow striker, but I also have a playmaker on build-up. So I would, like you just touched on with the deep line playmaker him deep, I think he'd be really, really good as a build-up playmaker, coming a wee bit deep in the central, like CM, and then advancing or dropping deeper. I think he would be excellent, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun with not only the play styles, the pluses and so on and so forth. Trivela, I always think that's an overrated one, especially when players get really good shooting stats or really good passing play styles. I think Trivela is underrated, and you'll have nice outside of the foot passes and Trivelas and things like that. So yeah, it's definitely a great card. I'd certainly try and craft it. And then just to touch on at the end with the interceptions 87, I still think that's quite high enough even with a shadow. And then the most important thing is the intercept. At least he's got intercepting play style, so he's certainly going to intercept the passes for you without a doubt. So yeah, definitely a nice card. It's a shame he's going to leave the Premier League. Rumours are that we spoke about at the start before the pod. Maybe Celtic, John. Finer than Celtic, but more than likely Napoli. So a great player, and it's strangely enough, it's weird to think of the man that he flopped at the start of his career at Chelsea, and then what a player he is. It just goes to show if you have a wee bit of patience, then you'll get the fruits of it. And Wolfsburg certainly did, and then Man City got the rewards of that. So it's a great card, definitely.
I can also mention that Salah flopped at Chelsea, so he's done okay afterwards.
Yeah, definitely.
And Ake, so I mean,
Ake.
Yeah. So yeah, but he's had a great career. So I hopefully have a few more seasons in him. So it would be nice.
Yes, I was just saying. I saw a lot of comments. Why is he going to Napoli, of all places? I just want to I'm not a big Napoli fan at all, right? Just want to put it out there. But it is the most successful club in Italy. So just for putting it out there, more titles than
he's always dreamt of playing next to Scott McTominay. So
no, he just cannot play in not blue shirts, I think.
always next to Scott McTominay. That's his dream.
But still, if Feyenoord wants to get Modric and Kevin De Bruyne, and we want to wear blue shirts next year, so it's totally fine for me, mate.
Could probably get something arranged.
But it's weird, like how big players now start dropping off. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a bit nostalgic, a bit old, especially during this theme of the season where you see all players not getting into the team necessarily. I mean, Ronaldo and Messi got in, but more marketing than performances, I think. Yeah. Although, of course, Messi has had a good season. But it feels a bit weird sometimes, like, oh, wait. Or when Ingvi has to remind me that Reece has a sister.
Yeah. Or something like that.
Or actually have to explain to people in the comments that Napoli is actually doing really well. A really big club. Yeah. So times are changing.
They have a decent coach in Conte, really good for the Italian league.
Yeah, therefore.
So, but we have Objectives players as well. Also a legend of the game. Jan Vertonghen.
Okay, that's a bit over enthusiastic
Well,
to call
he
him a
was-
legend of the game, though.
He was a legend for Tottenham Hotspurs at least. So he was insane.
He was probably a good player. He was a good player for Ajax.
Yeah,
and
he-
I mean,
yeah,
but
that's
a
why you don't
legend
like
of the game. We just talked about Robin from Persie and De Bruyne, and then you start name dropping Vertonghen as another legend.
Yeah,
I
he's,
think this goes a little bit far.
well, I think he's well. I've seen him so much. He's been great for Belgium as well. So
Nah, he's a truly magnificent player. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but
yeah, so that's he's a 92 rated centre back and also play left back with Jockey Plus, Intercept Plus, and Bruiser Plus, which is of course very nice. Normal block, anticipate, slide tackle, press proven, aerial, long ball, and power header. So very
good links.
very good card as well. 97 composure as well. 90 pace and acceleration. 94 reaction was really nice, and very good defensive stats. 4-star, 4-star, left-footed. So I think he'll be 91 stamina, 95 strength, 97 jumping, 91 aggression. So I think that could be a really good centre back in many teams. I think still.
I'm gonna recover for this before I can't go to Belgium anymore. And then of course I'm sort of joking, but this is actually a really good centre back card.
Yeah.
Like stats in all the right places, good like he's got defender plus plus, stopper plus plus, but for me most importantly also ball playing defender plus plus. I really like that. I think he's got all stats in all the right places. He's strong, jockey, intercept, and bruiser is really nice to have though. Unfortunately, no raccoon plus, like I'd like to say.
But you can give that to him if you have the season pass thing, and there's also
Exactly, yeah.
So there's no problem. They're gonna.
It's just hard to link, right?
I think those cards will have extra chemistry boosts as well, and if you give him, if you use the team of the season anticipate plus evolution, then he gets the team of the season chemistry thing. So then there's no problem linking him.
Also
as well.
true, yeah.
Yeah. So do the Kevin De Bruyne SBC, and then you have a link for Vertonghen as well.
Fair enough. Anything to add about Superman Jan Vertonghen, James?
It'd be great for that 92 rated squad for Kevin De Bruyne. No, but joking aside, it looks a very, very good
No,
card.
that's not a joke. We're going to use that on the socials now.
But he's a very, very good card. Reactions in 94 is always good for a centre-back. So, yeah, definitely. I agree with everything that you've said, both of you.
Just thinking about how much hate we'll get if we actually put that on socials. It's good for the 92 rate. For Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah. I'm glad you said it, though, this time. Watch out in your DMs, James, here for this one. The teams itself, though, anything you want to specifically highlight or want me to toss on the screen, Yves? Because we've seen these cards before, right?
Yeah, this all the same card that's been in pack earlier. Just put together pretty much the best ones. So it's like no new cards to highlight. It's like
I got one thing to highlight from this, and that is the replacement of the dynamic images on these cards. Whenever they got champions in the top 5 leagues, they got new images on the cards itself, which I quite like holding a trophy or celebrating. But I the only thing I was wrong with was the Rafinha ones. I'll put it on screen for everyone that's watching the YouTube version, because you clearly said that's holding a cup, and there's the pitch reflecting in that cup, Yves.
reflection of the pitch.
Yes, I saw this for the first time and thought he was drinking a big smoothie. So yeah,
Close enough.
I'm getting old, guys. I'll put this on the thumbnail so you can all say if you see it's a smoothie or you do
spinach smoothie.
Yeah, I was like, I'm in my health phase. Maybe that's what I'm going through now. I'm reflecting myself into these images.
Yeah,
I was like, what's he holding? Like, what's? Oh wait,
it's
okay,
a
it's the
smoothie.
pitch. Sorry about that, but that's a nice addition, though, right?
I love it when they do those trophy dynamics. They usually also get. They changed the one in Douai as well for the Champions League winners.
You had to mention it.
Yeah, with the sunglasses.
Do I say that I was pretty wrong with that result prediction?
Yeah,
I should apologize here.
I
right?
remember you say watch watch Sommer conduct his defenders.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
think DiMarco got that memo. I'm really sorry.
Here's a funny story, James, and for everyone listening. We were watching the Champions League final last week, and I'm not an Inter fan, right? Like, I'm a Juventus fan, so it's not that like I'm cheering for Inter, but I do think with the budget these guys have and the team to have in place, and the fact that I did see them press, and the fact that I saw not only great counter football, but like really good dynamics in that team with really old players. I really applaud them for reaching the final twice in a couple of years now, right? So that's the respect I gave them. And last Friday, I said on the show, this could be a really good match. I'm looking forward to this. Then Saturday was the match, and we were watching live. And now, like 5 minutes in, I was watching Sommer, like giving direction and the team stepping up whenever he said go up and coaching. I was like, texted Infinity, look at Sommer, how good he gives direction, and look the chemistry between him and the defenders. And the moment I typed that, DiMarco messed up twice, and they were behind 2-0 in like 5 minutes. I'm like, you know what I said about Sommer and the defense being on par there? I'm just going to bed. It's done. My analysis days are over today. That backfired really quickly.
Yeah, it was crazy how things changed. Just oops. Yeah.
And you were like, that's Sommer? Yeah, stop it, Amy. Stop it.
And Sommer, I think I rate him as a really good goalkeeper. I think Inter did a great job replacing Onana with Sommer because Sommer is a much better goalkeeper and he was much cheaper as well. So
yeah, well, that worked out terrific, though. Good final. And congratulations, of course, to PSG for winning it. And do a really, really good match. Eh?
Yeah, a great player.
Anything to add about the teams? Or James, you want to add something about here?
Well, I just wanted to try and redeem ourselves in Napoli, John, and I was hoping that you would mention Scott McTominay's image with the cup. So that was really cool for the Napoli fans. So that was great.
No, that is great, actually, right? But yeah, I mean, I think that's got over. I think if you look at the teams itself, right? McTominay, of course, a terrific example. But if you look at these teams, these cards, if you back any of them, it's still terrific. There's so much impact this week. Let's ask James. James, is this the week you have to play week league? Or does it even matter anymore now?
Well, I wouldn't say you have to play it, but certainly it would benefit you to play it to see if you get a good pool. But sadly, I'm at the position that you were in 2 weeks ago with the motivation. You know, I've already got my end goal done, was my Celtic Evo team, done the charity stream now, so I'm a wee bit in limbo land. But I'll certainly compete this weekend to see if I can get a really good player from it. And also as well, maybe you could say the weekend, I know we say all the team of the season cards are not everyone's good, but you could really get an elite card this weekend and then make the last few months of the game that wee bit more special for you. So yeah, I would say that. I would say there's two sides to the coin on that one.
Evie, the weekend to play, or you're with James here?
It depends. If you feel that your team is pretty much stacked and you only will be able to improve it with the best cards, then I don't think you should feel pressure to play. Then if you have spare times and just want to play for fun, then do it. But I think most people's teams are pretty much stacked. If you've been playing so far during team of the season, that it's not a must. It's just do a few matches for fun. If it goes well, then continue. If not, then just step back and don't stress. And you can also just skip it because there's a new promo next week and the cards are not going to be much worse. So I think you'll be fine if you skip this. So there might be lots of dupes as well. You never know, because many players have quite a few of these cards already.
Yeah, the reasons why I'm asking is the new Nintendo release, of course, yesterday. And Mario Kart is actually pretty enticing as well to play this weekend. So
they're sold out in Norway, so you won't be able to get it. So
then play Weekend League. And that's a good counter office. By the way, I'm really hoping for a handheld proper version on the Switch too, because that would be rather amazing. That's the only thing I'm missing. I got plenty of handhelds or gaming alternatives when I'm not behind or in the office, but I'm missing a mobile version of FC, which is actually good. No offense to the current Switch version, but that's not the same game. That would be nice if FC 26 would release on the dome in a proper way. But no news yet. You know what they say about no news? Probably not good news. Yeah, I know. But let's not. I doubt it. But we'll see. What we'll also be seeing is hopefully a lot of comments and feedback from everyone listening to the show, because this moment is yours. We are currently working very hard, although it's still months to go, towards our 8th season of FUT IN Review. What are we changing? Which things will we do differently? What things will we keep and what things, well, will change in the community itself? We got lots of plans. Hopefully, I'll be able to talk about the first big thing really soon, but we're just 1 or 2 chats away where we can announce that. But this is a community show made by a community, of course, and for the community. So we like your feedback on everything we do or anything we're not doing yet. So send us a message on socials, Instagram, TikTok, X. You can go to futinreview.com, drop us a message there. You can also go to footcoaching.com, drop us a message there. We'll find it. Put it in the Spotify comments after you listen to a show. Put it in the YouTube version or the actual Apple podcast. Just drop it somewhere and we'll find it. Or you can just email us as well, of course, because we want to know your feedback. Any ideas you got? Any suggestions? Anything you hate? And I know some people say, hey, your accent or the intro song, those are the 2 things I've tried hard to change, which won't change. But all other things, I'm open for a good discussion. And if you're like, I got a good plan for you, or you should do this or that, maybe we send in a voice message. You get a shout out, but mostly, very most important is we are always listening and open for that as well. And since we're working on the plans now, which we'll be having finished before the end of July at the latest, I think, there's still time for you to get your feedback in. So keep coming. James, anything to add to that, or any great ideas you should now mention, or anything you want to pitch yourself? Maybe take over the podcast, or
No, what I would say, listeners, I won't get
like,
offended.
damn, we got him.
I won't get offended if you put in the comments that Scottish guy needs to talk a wee bit slower. But
Yeah, but we
that,
would know which Scottish guy we're talking about then, mate.
Yeah, James or Chris then. But
Or
joke
Graham,
aside,
or Nathan, or John.
Exactly. But all joking aside, all feedback's good. That's how everything improves. So that's what we want. We want the best feedback possible, and we listen certainly. So yeah, I would just echo what you're saying, John.
Thank you. Ingvi, anything to add yourself?
No, I just appreciate if people take the time to give us feedback, because that's how we improve. And of course, as you said, we're listening. So just keep in touch.
Definitely. Talking about improving, if you look at the Foot Coaching website after this weekend, we'll be having some discounts as well. So check out footcoaching.com to help you improve and maybe prepare for the Shapeshifters promo, of course. Guys, thank you very much. We'll be back next week. And if you're on our Discord, which currently is just free, you can just join. Let us know, send us a message. And of course, check out patreon.com/FUT IN Review, FUT IN Review, if you want to support this show and help us grow even more. Thank you so much. See you next week. But for now, it is time for us to
drop it.
Drop it.
FUT. FUT. In review.